Chapter 1: Chemical Reactions and Equations. The process in which new substances with new properties are formed are called chemical reactions. The substances which take part in the reaction are called reactants. The substances which are formed in the reaction are called products. Some examples of chemical reaction that we see in our day-to-day life: digestion of food, respiration, rusting of iron, burning of magnesium ribbon, formation of curd. Chemical reaction involves change in state, change in color, change in temperature, evolution of gas. At times you can see all the changes occurring, or you can see one of the change occurring in the chemical reaction. Ways to represent chemical reactions. One form of representing it is in word form and other is in chemical form, symbolic form. For example, you can write complete words: zinc when added to sulfuric acid releases hydrogen gas with formation of zinc sulfate, or it can be written as Zn plus H2SO4. Left hand side part is called reactant and the right hand side part is called product. Zinc plus H2SO4 giving ZnSO4 plus H2. Chemical equation. A chemical equation can be represented by a chemical reaction can be represented by chemical equation. It involves uses of symbols of elements or chemical formulae of reactants and products with their physical states mentioned. The necessary conditions such as temperature, pressure, if or any catalyst is present, that should also be written on the arrow between reactant and product. For example, magnesium is burnt in air to form magnesium oxide, is represented as Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Balancing of chemical equations. This is done to obey the law of mass conservation, which says mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Number of elements involved in the chemical reaction should remain same at the reactant and the product side. The stepwise balancing of it in trial method. First step is to write the equation in symbolic form and draw a box around each formula. This is to indicate that nothing can be changed inside the box. Then count the number of atoms of each element on both the sides of the chemical equation. Make a table and indicate their numbers. Equalize the number of atoms of each element by putting the maximum number in front of it. Like FeVC, it's 1 on the reactant side, 3 on the product side. So we can write 3 Fe on the left hand side. Hydrogen is 2 and 2 on both the sides, so we need not look at it. Look at oxygen, it's 1 and 4. So on the reactant side in front of water we are writing 4H2O. By doing this we see that hydrogen number becomes 8, so we write 4 in front of hydrogen on the right hand side, and then write all the physical states of reactant and product. S indicates solid state, L is for liquid state, G is for gaseous state, and AQ is for aqueous state. Write all the conditions necessary for temperature, pressure or catalyst. Now let's learn the different types of chemical reaction. The first example that we have here is combination reaction. The reaction in which 2 or more reactants combine to form a single product is called combination reaction. For example, burning of coal, where you see carbon combines with oxygen to give CO2. Formation of water, hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water. Next, calcium oxide combines with water to give you calcium hydroxide. Calcium oxide is also known as quicklime, and when it is dissolved in water to form calcium hydroxide, lots of heat is released, and that's why this is also called as exothermic reaction. The exothermic reactions are the one where heat is released when the products are formed. Some other examples here are burning of natural gas, methane in presence of oxygen gives CO2 plus H2O, plus heat indicates exothermic reaction, respiration, glucose when undergoing combustion in presence of oxygen releases energy with the formation of carbon dioxide in water. Next kind of example, we have decomposition reactions. The reaction in which a compound splits into two or more simple substances is called decomposition reaction. A gives B plus C. The variety of decomposition reactions. First, thermal decomposition. When decomposition is carried out in presence of heat, it is called thermal decomposition. Example, FeSO4 on heating gives you Fe2O3, SO2 and SO3. FeSO4 is light green in color. The product formed, ferric oxide, is red brown in color, and the SO2 and SO3 gas releases are having pungent and suffocating smells. Second example, calcium carbonate on heating gives calcium oxide and CO2. Thermal decomposition involves heat effect. Electrolytic decomposition, it is carried on in presence of electricity. Common example, electrolysis of water gives hydrogen and oxygen. You can see when electricity is provided with the help of an external source like a battery, at anode there is release of oxygen. At anode there is release of oxygen, and at cathode you see the formation of hydrogen. So this experiment shows us by passing electric current, decomposition reactions can be done. Next kind of example, photolytic decomposition, when decomposition is carried out in the presence of sunlight. Example, silver salt when kept in sunlight results in formation of silver plus the halogen. AgCl gives Ag plus Cl2, AgBr, Ag plus Br2. That's why these salts are always kept in brown color bottles and never in colorless bottles. Silver chloride, silver salts are always kept in dark brown color bottles. Endothermic reactions, the reactions which require energy in the form of heat, light or electricity to break the reactants is called endothermic reaction. Displacement reaction, the reactions in which more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal are called displacement reaction. Example, Fe plus CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu. The more reactive element here is iron. It displaces copper from its blue color solution, copper sulfate, and results in precipitation of copper metal. Another example, zinc when added to copper sulfate gives ZnSO4 plus Cu. Double displacement reaction, a reaction in which new compounds are formed by mutual exchange of ions in between the two compounds. Na2SO4 plus BaCl2 gives BaSO4 plus NaCl. Mutual exchange of ions, sodium sulfate, barium chloride. The ions are exchanged and the products formed are NaCl and barium sulfate. Here the barium sulfate gets precipitated, and this reaction is also called as precipitation reaction. Oxidation and reduction reactions. Oxidation is addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. You can see two examples here, C plus O2 giving CO2 or Cu plus O2 giving CuO. Addition of oxygen is oxidation, or removal of hydrogen is oxidation. Reduction, the addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen is reduction. Copper oxide plus hydrogen giving copper plus water. When oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously in a reaction, we call it to be a redox reaction. Copper oxide is reduced to copper and hydrogen is oxidized to water. Removal of oxygen is reduction, addition of oxygen is oxidation. In this case, copper oxide is reduced and hydrogen is oxidized. Therefore, Hydrogen is known as reducing agent, and copper oxide here is oxidizing agent. Oxidation and reduction. Oxidation can be defined in terms of addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Reduction can be defined as addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. When oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously, we call it as redox reaction. So in this example of copper oxide plus hydrogen giving copper and water, copper oxide is reduced to copper and hydrogen is oxidized to water. So the copper oxide here is working as oxidizing agent and hydrogen is reducing agent. Effects of oxidation in our daily life. Corrosion. When a metal is exposed to moisture, air, acid for some time, a layer of hydrogen oxide is formed which weakens the metal and hence the metal gets corroded. Rusting of iron, black coating on silver, green coating on copper are examples of corrosion. And corrosion prevention methods are galvanization, electroplating, putting up paints, use of basic solutions. Second is rancidity. Oxidation of fats and oils when exposed to air is known as rancidity. This leads to bad smell and bad taste in food. Methods to prevent rancidity is by addition of antioxidants or by putting the food in airtight containers. Replacing air by nitrogen. So remember, the chips packets are flush with nitrogen so that they can be preserved for a longer time. Or another method to prevent rancidity is refrigeration. This is about chapter 1 of class 10th, chemical reactions and equation in brief, which would help you for quick revision in this chapter.